Terrible tragedy that police say happened right here Monday night. They tell me a mother intentionally went over the falls, bringing with her her two young children. Their bodies have not been recovered.
She was 33 years old, a mother of two. Her son Rosman was 9 years old. Her daughter Mecca was 5 months, and she jumped to her death. She crossed the guardrails with her children at Niagara Falls and jumped to her death. Blessings, everybody. Welcome to the Moments True Podcast. I'm your host, Brother Rembert. Guys, this video right here is heartbreaking on so many levels. If you have not, please like, subscribe, and comment down below on this video. It'd be greatly appreciated. This video here is heartbreaking on so many levels, guys. This is the story of Chiantai Means. She was 33 years old, a mother of two. Her son Rosman was 9 years old. Her daughter Mecca was 5 months, and she jumped to her death. She crossed the guardrails with her children at Niagara Falls and jumped to her death. Guys, I want to say that we are living in such tumultuous times. You never know what an individual is going through. Mental health is a real issue. And we have to check on our people. We have to check on our loved ones and check on people in general. You don't know what somebody is facing. You don't know the battles that people are fighting just to make it through the day. I'm going to play this news clip from Buffalo, New York, and we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it a little bit more afterwards. But the clip is about 3 minutes long, so I ask y'all please stay for the entirety of the video. But here we go.
Orlando, live in Niagara Falls. We thank you for joining us. Unfortunately, we begin with information about a terrible tragedy that police say happened right here Monday night. They tell me a mother intentionally went over the falls, bringing with her her two young children. Their bodies have not been recovered. I'm going to show you where they say this happened. We've learned it happened on Luna Island. Now, that's an area connected to Goat Island inside Niagara Falls State Park. It's just a short distance from where I am right now. Police tell us 33-year-old Chiantai Means, her 9-year-old, and her 5-month-old went over a safety guardrail and then over the falls. This was on around 9 p.m. Monday, and they heard from numerous witnesses over the past 48 hours. Multiple police agencies have been involved in the search. Authorities have been spotted in the park in marked vehicles and the state police helicopters and in the water below the falls where they're searching. As of tonight, we're told the bodies have not been recovered. And while this tragedy remains under investigation, state police telling me that they have yet to uncover a possible explanation.
Everyone always says, is there a red flag or was there a warning, right? We don't see that here. We don't see that warning or that red flag or that indicator that would assume that things have taken a very, long-term turn for the worst. So either something happened suddenly or that's the spotty area that we're not quite sure right now. The best we can do for the families is to, down the road, recover the bodies if we can and, at least have that closure for the family. The why is going to be a very difficult question for us to ask.
Yeah, still early on in the investigation, and Trooper O'Callahan says that the children have different fathers. They tell me both men are cooperating with authorities and have been helpful in the investigation.
Everyone in the family that we've contacted, even the fathers of the children, have been very cooperative. They've been very forward with us with all information, and actually because of that, we're able to kind of speed this up quite a bit on our investigative end.
He says officers are interviewing witnesses who were here the night this happened. That was Monday night around 9 p.m. They heard from several people. There are also several cameras around the park here. They're looking at that as well in the investigation. And back here live, you're looking at a live picture of where police say that this happened. There has been a lot of talk about mental health today as well. While it's still early on, they don't know what led to this. That is something that we are talking about. And Maki Becker, my colleague, is just feet away from where I am with more on that. Maki.
Leah, if you've ever visited Niagara Falls State Park, you've probably seen one of these blue
Guys, I want to give a shout out to the news coverage in Buffalo, New York about it. I wanted to bring awareness of this heartbreaking story. I woke up this morning around 1 o'clock and I happened to log onto my TikTok time feed, and I saw this story. And it isn't on national news, but it needs to be brought to an attention. My heart went out to the families, especially to those children. You know, the 5-month-old was too young to understand what was going on, but that 9-year-old baby, man, I can't imagine terror, the horror from the 9-year-old boy. Because when you're at that age, you are trusting your parents to make the right decisions. And I can't imagine the fear that he felt in taking over that guardrail. I don't know what his mother said to him, but I know children around that age. I have 3. When they were 9, when a child gets afraid, you can't make them jump or do things when they're afraid. My heart breaks at the thought that maybe she might have just grabbed him and held him close and they jumped. It was a 200-foot drop from the guardrail to the water below. Water rushing at a high rate of speed. And just the thought of their bodies hitting that water, the ferocity of the water ripping the children away from their mother, and within a matter of seconds, they're gone. 3 lives are gone. I went on the mother's Facebook page, Chianti Means' Facebook page. If you type in her name, Chianti Means, you're not going to find her. She was under a name of Diamond Scott. And she had quite a bit of posts on there. There was nothing on there leading up to the day that she jumped, because they said she jumped Monday at 9 p.m. It is Sunday, November the 3rd. She jumped she jumped last Monday at 9 p.m. I went on her Facebook page, and there was nothing on there in the days prior leading up to this that showed that she was in a place mentally where this could happen. But like I said earlier, you don't know what an individual is going through. Now, there were posts on there around September the 24th, October 1st, and things like that, talking about I guess she was going through a breakup with the father of one of her children that she was in love with, and that may have triggered her. But brothers and sisters, we have to understand that mental health, for one, is not a demon. We were taught in the body of Christ that if you're battling mental health, that's just a demon. You need prayer and get that demon cast out of you. It's not that simple. Mental health is a real issue, and it has to do with your well-being. And I implore you, if you are watching this and you are going through any type of situation where you feel that it is the end of the road for you, you feel like giving up in life, please do not do that. Please seek help. If you cannot speak with anybody else, you can email me at rembertmediagroup@gmail.com. I'm putting that email down below. You can email me before you do anything of this nature. It is not. Life can knock us down. Life can throw curveballs at us that we are not ready for, and it can take you for a loop, and it can work a number on you. But please do not throw in the towel. Do not give up. There is hope for you. Jesus is that hope, and he loves you. I know that may not be something that you want to hear at that particular moment, but I'm here to tell you that Jesus loves you, and he can bring you from that dark place. I had a family member, I'm not going to disclose their name because they may be watching. I had a family member one time that was standing on a bridge, and they were going to jump. And it just so happened that I happened to be there. And they would not talk to anybody but me at that time. I was at the time, I believe I was maybe 15. They were 17. And they were going to end their life on that bridge. At 17 years old. That's why you cannot allow the circumstances and allow the enemy to play on your mind to make you think that taking your life is worth it. My heart goes out to these families. My heart goes out to these children. I don't know what overtook her to make her believe, to end her life and end her children's life. But stuff like this happens every day. And we need to bring more awareness to situations like this so that people can get the proper help and care that they need. Medication won't fix it. And prayer alone won't fix it. People have to be willing to reach out and have those conversations with others that are going through. And the number one thing that people say when they hear about this, I didn't have any idea that this would happen. How would you know unless you reach out? Reach out to somebody. Check on them. See how they're doing. This is happening far too much. People are ending their lives far too much for whatever reason. They lose a loved one and can't deal with the pressures of life. Families get ripped apart, divorce. Even with athletes, their identity is wrapped up in their athleticism, and when they lose that, they fall into a depressive state. Pastors and leaders destroying themselves because the pressure and the weight of the world on their shoulders. You don't know. Every case is different. Every individual is different, but you don't know what a person is going through unless you talk to them. Please, I'm begging you guys, reach out to somebody, talk to somebody. Let's help one another. That no other family has to endure this type of loss. I love you guys. I pray God's blessings upon you. Once again, if you need help, please reach out to somebody, or you can email me at rembertmediagroup@gmail.com. Me and my family will pray with you. Life is worth living, guys. This is not the end of the road. I love you until next time. Remember, you are truly blessed. In Jesus' name.